Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and we are getting pretty far along on the whole gold stake thing. So now all I have left is yellow, magic, abandoned, painted, and what is that? Plasma. So certainly not bad. But one of the things that I wanted to check is that some of the item cards seem to have been updated in the last update. So let's have a look. Alright, so this one is the same that I had already mentioned. It now destroys the selected card, but adds 2 cards of the same rank to your deck that are gold. So that's nothing new. Firestone hasn't changed. Thick Club apparently did. Although it looks like the only thing that really changed is that they... Oh, I see what changed. Permanently adds plus 10 chips to one selected card, so it no longer turns cards stone. Alright, because that's now being handled by the hard stone, TE. And Duskstone apparently changed. Though I think the only thing that really changed is the maximum amount you could gain from the Duskstone. I think it used to be $24, and now it's $30. Otherwise, yeah, everything else seems to be about the same. So, no big deal there. It makes Thick Club a bit more usable and abusable, especially for Pokemon like Jigglypuff, or Wigglytuff, I should say, where chips matter more. But anyway, let's get into this, and we're going to attempt to get through with the painted deck. Now, we don't get as many jokers, but we do get +2 hand size, so we definitely get to make more use of those larger hands. Such as this straight right off the bat. Alright, so... And that means we could get some use out of Ponyta, but I don't really want to have a rental attached to a Pokemon this early in the run. Fortunately, the game is really not giving me many good options. We'll take Shroomish, though. So... What did he give us? Another discard? Alright, so... Let's have a look at our suits. Alright, let's try to get ourselves a flush on hearts, and then see how many points we need after that. Oh, we have a flush on spades right here. We'll just go right to that. You're gonna make it easy on me, why not? I don't like the idea that you're perishable. Why they gotta make you perishable? But okay, so... It is a good scoring option, at least temporarily, but... Not the biggest fan of the idea that it's perishable. In this instance, though, beggars can't be choosers. There we go. This should get us through. Okay, so we could make a focus on odd-numbered cards. Now let's hit this up to see if we can improve this in any way. Unfortunately, not really. Alright, well at least we have a focus now. We focus on odd-numbered cards. So, back to rank. Okay, so we do have a full house here, but we just Okay, cool. That works a lot better. So now the question becomes, do we want to focus on Vileplume or Bellossom? I've done Gold Stake with both of them, so I'm not getting anywhere new. It's just a matter of, do I want to try to make a focus on wild cards, or do I want to try to do this? Neither one is bad, so... let's just save my money for right now. Two, six, queen, discard. 8, 7, 6, 5. Rip it. There we go, and we got a full house with aces and threes. Beautiful. Like I said, with Painted Deck, you can really put a lot of focus on. Okay, you can help me whittle down my deck, and I love it. I should just move on to the next round. The single 4. Alright, so we definitely want to destroy those nasty even-numbered cards. We have our hand, I would like to see a 4 so I could delete it, but of course that's not going to happen. Okay, now we're in trouble. Oh, yeah. And there's a reason why I hate the fish so much. I don't know how other people feel about it, but I very much hate this boss blind because it strips you of the one thing you really need in order to play the game, which is information. Anytime I get stripped of information, the whole point is, how do you make an informed decision at that point? You obviously can't. There we go. Alright, so that was a complete bust. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think, much like the credit card, I would rather go in a different direction. And this one is like a pseudo-ancient Joker. Would actually work really well with a wild card setup. I don't know, I'll try it. Alright, so right now we're looking for spades. And then after spades is hearts. Alright, so then after... clubs next. and you make wild cards. And if I can keep you around long enough, you can also just be a good hand size buffer. That's fine. I screwed up. Fortunately, it's not super detrimental, but I had forgotten to play a throwaway hand before moving on to diamonds. So that was a whoopsie. We just go. So now we're looking for hearts. And after hearts is clubs. Alright, so now we would really like to see Bellawesome. And I'm an idiot because there was an Oddish back there that I could have gotten and turned into Bellawesome, but no. No, we can't be that smart around here. Alright, diamonds. And after diamonds, it goes back to spades, so... Alright, so now I have to be on the lookout for another Oddish because I'm a genius. Alright, we had too many opportunities to make ourselves stronger here, so let's use them. Oh, hey, what do you know? Now the whole point is to get you to become Bellawesome so I can make more wild cards, which also means we're focusing on odd-numbered cards again. You are still my main source of strength, though, so I can't just go around I can't go around deleting too many random things until I have enough to start making. Didn't work anyway, so I don't know what I was worried about. Honestly, I think I've already spent too much. First hand is drawn face down. Okay, what are we looking for? Hearts? So those are in the middle, right? No, they're over here. What comes after hearts? Clubs. Okay, we have enough to get this through, thanks to the wild card. Yay, Poliwhirl! Alright, so we would definitely like you to become Poliwrath. Let's see if we get any good deck fixing here. Not really. Alright, so now we're looking for spades. And if we don't have enough spades, then we're looking for hearts, of which we have none. At least at the moment. Alright, not bad. All flushes and straights can be made with 3 cards. Thing is, I don't really want to play straights. But if I only need 3 cards, then yeah, I could do it. My one issue with that is that I only have 4 Joker slots, and this is a nice utility, but I'm not sure I need it as much as I need actual deck fixing. Alright, let's make Oddish stronger, because we're going to turn you into Bellawesome. Hearts. And after hearts is clubs, but I'm not drawing many clubs. Oh, fortunately I don't need many clubs. Aw, man. I thought that would be enough. That's what I get for trying to be a show-off. Okay, well this will definitely help me make some more even-ranked cards. I can tune you up to a 9 and you down to an ace. And that will definitely help. And I should probably buy this before we're done with this ante, and move on. So now we're looking for spades. Okay, I technically already have my hand, but I would like to try to find that steel card if at all possible. Unlucky. 4, and we'll throw you in at the end. We kind of want that to break anyway. Damn. Okay. It'll be a nice little temporary buffer zone. I was really hoping to find a water stone, though. So now I need a water stone or a sunstone. Right, hearts. Also, I'm noticing that I'm not getting any hazards because Roggenrola seems to just be just inept right now. But for what it's worth, I was kind of looking for something to replace it with anyway. Alright, so now clubs. Then diamonds. Alright, then ace, 9, 7, and then I guess you're just worth the most chips. Yeah, that one I'm contributing to Roggenrola just being, well, Roggenrola. But it is also starting to make me feel just a little self-conscious. But again, nature of roguelike games, sometimes you just don't get the things you're looking for. And I only have 4 Joker slots, I do not want that being a permanent fixture. You, on the other hand, are just generally strong. Okay, I was definitely focused a little bit too much on that full house. You would be great if I had more of an economy to grab and skip. Which, yes, that's basically red card. But if you look at him, as soon as he evolves, it's red card plus upside as it creates items. And you create polychrome items, so if I can't use them, they contribute to my score. Really nice. But a permanent rental like that just sounds like it's asking for trouble. So we go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, hold on. Stantler is... It's okay for chips. Hate them, but as he is right now, you can get at most 110 chips off of him. And more than that on the final hand of the round, which, again, not horrible, but also not great. So I think what we do is we bust this open. We're just gonna make Cubone stronger. And I don't want to spend that much money. I'm still doing fine. Oh, we get an immediate full house. Alright, we got 2 pocket packs, and I'm going to use them because our boy here evolves basically upon use of a lot of consumables. So, we are going to spend some time using those consumables. And you want to be using a lot of consumables throughout your run anyway. Okay, so do we do another Nidoran female run? Just hold all the queens? This is a good deck for it. Let's quick see if... yeah, we might be moving in that direction. Alright, we'll give it a shot, which means out of this, we want high card, because that's what we're moving towards, but I'll take pair. Alright, so now we want gold and steel queens to hold in hand. So it's either Hermit or Chariot. I think right now... Oh, I don't have to choose. I forgot it was a mega pack. Silly me. And are there any good queens in here? No, but there is a blue seal. That's worth a lot. Cash Money Joker. Okay, only one queen, not awesome, but I could also think of far worse things. Alright, we're still through in one. Okay, now Zigzagoon would be useful. The whole idea is just to spam high card after I have a handful of queens. There we go, now we got two. Let's bonk Isaac. Oh, hello. That can help us make more queens. Only one problem. We gotta have jacks or kings in our hands to make more queens. Alright, so Zigzagoon is being a good boy for right now. Oh, here we go. Perfect. So one of you wants to go up, one of you wants to go down. Now we go 4, 3, 2, 8. What you got for me? 2 pair? We'll take it. But I want to hold my royal cards, not play them. It's a nice offering, don't get me wrong, but it's not gonna help, especially not on the needle. Okay, I think we've got this in the bag. There we go. Yay! Neat arena! Yeah, let's just get another level in 2 pair. Alright, so... Yep. Now I can get a throwaway hand going on here. Oh, that one. Funny. Another Pluto? Oh, I thank you. You shouldn't have. Alright, so we're now getting to the point where it doesn't really matter what hand we actually play. It's just a matter of getting as many queens into hand as possible. We could also really use a Moonstone. Alright, now we get more of a cash influx. That will help. And unfortunately... yeah, Zodorua isn't going to be that big of a help right now. Or I should say it would be if it weren't perishable. You're messing with me now, aren't you, game? Yes, we can strengthen that jack into a queen, and we'll be happy. Well, this is a pretty easy choice to make. How dare you? Alright, Rattata isn't really going to be that useful when I'm just... Alright, if you constantly land on Queen, that would be nice. Plus, you do extra hand size. I like it, but I already have an Econ Joker, and because my space is limited, I have to say no. I don't want either one of those. Alright, so... Ludo? Oh, nice. Alright, more queens, please. And also a Moonstone would be pretty nice. So too would some flat malt. Alright, I just realized I'm probably not making it out of this. Okay. Well, this is fun, isn't it? Get to watch this guy lose over and over again. But hopefully you're learning from my mistakes, which honestly I'm not even sure what mistakes I made in that last run. Things were going pretty good, and you know, after Marowak evolved, like obviously the issue was that I just didn't have enough flat multiply. But I don't know, maybe I did something wrong, because I feel like I didn't see that many flat mult options even. Okay, 5, 6s, and 7s. We can try to make that work. Alright, so we can do this, and then I should get everything. Alright, so 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, and full house are kind of what I want to focus on here. Alright, well this is definitely helping us get to where we want to be. There we go, so let's try to level up full house. Of course not. Vanillite is okay. Well, I think we're going to start going 3 of a kind now. Alright, and that means that we now just definitely want to go full Venus. So, if we can get ourselves a blue seal, that'd be great. All spade cards are debuffed. Oh no! Alright, I was really just aiming to get any 3 of a kind I can, but now it's looking like I'm in desperate survival mode. There we go. Do this first, and if that's... Alright, so now we really need some flat mult here, because yeah, just having the 2 multipliers is, although not bad, still something that could get me killed if we're not careful. Of course. Ooh, a blue seal. Hold on, that could be the ticket that we need. Doesn't look like we're gonna find it this time, though. And this is why we need some flat malt really bad. It's not great, but it is flat malt. It'll have to do for right now. And there's my alarm again. Hold on. Let's start discarding down. Oh wait, I can't. There we go. Okay, wild cards don't matter. Let's make it more likely to find this blue seal. We need that. Then we can make more 5s, 6s, and 7s, and you're just kind of there. Congratulations, Tower. There we go. Now Dino can becomes Vilas, and we can increase the level of our 3 of a kind finally. I'm not enthused about having multiple cards that are costing me money to keep around. Alright. can turn... I don't want to play that, but I can at least make it a 5. Let's start working on leveling up. Or, yeah, leveling you up is the right term. Since I'm not going to have Machoke for too much longer, I want to make sure we at least get Charmander pretty close to where he is right now. Oh no! How many more rounds do I have you for? 2? This might be a mistake, but I also feel like I kind of need the strength, as well as to cut more garbage out of my deck. Actually, hold on. Because now you're going to evolve, and that's going to make it easier for me to survive, and easier to start leveling you up because I'll be starting with no discards. Money will be a problem for a while, but I think I can make this work. I hope. Alright, I've got 2, 3... I've got 2, 3 of a kinds that I can play, and... Let's start with this one. Alright, do we need an economy booster? Oh yeah, but will this work for now? Oh yeah. Plus, Machamp isn't going to be around forever. All heart cards are debuffed. I think I can live with that. Alright, well you're now at the point where Machamp was, or sorry, where Machoke was when we picked him up. Alright, now let's start playing let's play our 3 of a kind, but let's play it with the glass card, just in case. Well, you could definitely help with the whole money issue. But am I okay losing 24 molts? Because it would pretty much have to be you that we get rid of. Also, with our hand size being 10, that would basically mean it would be worth $2. But still. But you also give hand size. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I just hope I didn't hit the immediately lose run button. Oh, we're doing okay. Like, not fantastically, but we're still getting there. Alright, let's see. Hold on. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, we have an equal number of 5s, 6s, and 7s, so actually what we want to do is we want to start kind of cutting everything else around it. Hold on. I want to see if I can break that 4. Damn. Okay. Well, back to playing 3 of a kind. Let's get rid of that. Didn't necessarily want to risk the glass there, but I didn't really have a choice. How are you doing? 27 out of 36? Not bad. Alright, what are you, Firestone? I think we just make Charmeleon stronger. It would be silly to mention flat mult being a problem and then not do anything about that, now wouldn't it? Alright, so... I want to leave the 6 alone, so I guess we start playing 3 of a kinds. Nice. Oh, Chikorita is about to evolve. So are you. And hey, you're already evolved. You strange 3-headed beast. You earthen Hydra. That counts as a water type. Why does it count as a water type? No one will ever know the answer to that, Timmy. Why did I even bother? Because you were hoping for a negative. You know what, brain? Shut up. Okay, can we get rid of this 4 now? Man. Okay, that one I want to hold on to. Alright. Yeah, we have a 3 of a kind that I can play. So we're just gonna do 1 extra hand just to... Alright. And there's the other blue seal, exactly what I was looking for. And now we've got Hydreigon. Each unscoring car is destroyed. Nice. This will really help us thin down our deck. And Charizard, you are my good buddy. Hey, we got a Venus in here? Yeah, that's not good. Whatever. You know, in case that negative Drowsy shows up. Hold on. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, so... now what we would like to do is start getting Dark Energy to level up Hydreigon. And we're being supported nicely by Wugtrio and Charizard. And let's look at our run info. Okay, so yeah, we definitely want this. Three sevens. Okay, can we get rid of this 4 yet? I should have just played a 3 of a kind and selected it. Alright, I actually don't want to destroy these other cards. Wait, do I? Because I could just focus on one number. I am down a 7. It occurs to me that I should just try to get maximum Bayleaf value. Alright, so I no longer need to play 3 of a kind in order to get this, but it's now my most played hand, so it's easy to level up. I can try to level that up a couple times. And I got 3 6s. We'll use that as an excuse to essentially finally get rid of that 4 and this queen. Alright, so it took a while to get to this run. Hopefully you guys have been nice and patient. But now we're doing pretty good. I didn't think so. If I could afford you, I would. Use that to make ourselves another steel 7. Alright, hopefully this next boss blind isn't awful. We just make Charizard stronger. I had the space. Flips and shuffles all jokers. Oh no. Okay, so then we'll get rid of that 9. Meganium! Hi, buddy. I'm sorry we lost that last really good run you were in. We'll make up for it this time. That's gonna take way too much work to change into something else, so I say no. No, what we really want is a death to copy this bad boy. Alright, since for some reason we're using 7s as our chariot target, we're gonna do that. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of the 2, get rid of the 9. And do I think Hydreigon has what it takes to go super far and endless? Like, maybe on something other than the painted deck? But don't get me wrong, I think Hydreigon is amazing. It's just in order to really get to the point where you're getting like crazy high scores like that require the scientific notation, you really just need more power. But yeah, this is absolutely fine for just getting to ante-8, and that's all that I'm requiring. Alright, so I would rather not use the glass, but it's the best option I've got. Send it. And that's gold deck on painted. Or gold stake on painted deck. I swear I know how to talk. Oh, look at my good three-headed boy. What about me? Look at my good three-headed boy. I'm insulted. Alright, so we will see how far we can get, make no mistake about it, but at this point, what I wanted to do is now done. I am A-okay with that. Anyone who is not okay with that, well, I mean, maybe you're just hard to please. We'll use this to make another 6. Matter of fact, let's do it now, before I forget. Alright, so we get a 6. Use that as an excuse to get rid of that 2. And Charizard is already the biggest, beefiest boy he can be without the energy search tag, or voucher. Anything good and negative in here? No. If I could get a second Hydreigon, that would be great. Like, that would be worth replacing Meganium, honestly. Speaking of which, let's do that to get more money. Finally, we can feed our Wug trio. He was getting hungry. Okay, I don't want to actually get rid of any of these, so we'll just do that. Now, admittedly, any of those could be better. But that's why we're looking for ways to upgrade. So now I get times 2.1 if I play a 3 of a kind and a bunch of chips if I use 5, 6s, or 7s. That was kind of nice. God, I wish that I could save this death card, and if I had found the Super Rod voucher, I could have. And yes, the effect that gains you extra mult does not have to be from your own destruction effect. And I feel that's a question that'll probably end up getting asked somewhere down the road. There's the other blue seal. Perfect. By the way, just out of curiosity, you are uncommon, so I guess if that Pokédex comes back around, we can make use of it. Nice. Okay, Devil is about the best thing I got. We might as well throw it on... I don't know, this 8. I can always use the link cable to turn it into a 7. Alright, so we're up to the point now where it's going to be hard to continue to pass the required scores, but that is A-okay. Fact of the matter is, we've already done pretty well. I did what I wanted to do, which is clear gold stake. Hey, we can make Hydreigon stronger. Ooh. Question though, is there a legendary that would help? Like, about the most helpful thing would be Zapdos, and I don't have that much money. I mean, I guess Celebi. But is that worth giving up Meganium with the bonus to hand size, which is making it easier to find my hands? Like, there's Mewtwo, sure, that would be good. But what are the chances I get that and, you know, not, like, missing, though? Which, again, is good, but that's more of an econ thing. Would that econ thing be better than Meganium? Honestly, I think, as much as I love the idea that it gave me a soul card, I think it's a trap. If I were on white stake or, you know, anything where you weren't eternal, I would probably get rid of you. Much as that hurts to say, because you've been a good boy to me. You offer too much flat malt to ignore. Obviously no. So you're about my only option, and I just don't think it's a good idea. Honestly, I think it's a trap. So I'm just gonna do that. Like, I know the argument would come around of, you know, any legendary would be more useful than Meganium, and I'm thinking, my thought is, would it? Because I'm looking at this going, I don't know, if I got Articuno, I would just be upset. Get rid of this now. But of the things that I would probably cut Meganium for would be like, you know, Ghastly to try to get another negative slot. What else? Like, some of the really good high-scoring ones would also go in there, but they're not exactly always the most readily available things. I guess I would also take the Pokédex to try to get another Dino. Wait. There we go. Yeah, I only got one Venus out of it, but it allowed me to energize you. I'm gonna be thinking about that legendary choice for a while now. Like, did I actually make a mistake by passing up on that? See, what I could really use now is I could really use Ectoplasm. That's what I really need. If I had room... That's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong, I love Painted Deck, but sometimes the 2 Joker slots really feels like a giant limitation. Which it's supposed to be, by the way. Hi, Fortress. I had a run off camera where Fortress was just a beast, and I loved it. Such a good run. I guess we can make another Metal 5. Hold on. Nope, you're not maximum strength yet. Now you're maximum strength. I did not mean to do that. That having been said, I will take this. I was hoping to find the other one. Oh well, here's what I'll do. And delete these 2. $12.1. Ooh, you a big 3-headed boy. Oh. Well, I said I would delete Meganium if I found it, so, yeah. Metal might... No, I think I do want gold, because we just got rid of Meganium. Plus, it makes you stronger. Anything negative in here? Okay, I meant negative as in doesn't take up space, not negative as in I'm not happy to see it. Oregon's good, though. You're a good boy. You're a digital boy. And sometimes all we need is digital protection. And that's why today's sponsor is NordVPN. I'm sure some of you just got a flashback like, what? No, don't say those words! Those damnable words! Hello, Nacho Tong. Alright, now we're at the point where things are getting a little bit rough. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. Have a quick look. If nothing else, I can get more things that High Dragon can delete to become stronger. Which ultimately is just what I'm doing, is I'm just picking things for him to eat. Yay! Now you're stronger! Lanta! And now Wug Trio is negative, so we can look for something to try to make ourselves better. Two somethings, actually. Okay, well, it's very temporary, but come on. We'll take you with us. Really? I think we make another Metal 7. And in turn, we have a Metal Caterpie. What do you do? +5 discards. I wish that were useful, but at least now I've seen you. But that's gotta synergize with something, right? That's not just pure garbage. See, that's what I really want, is Mega Charizard X. Like, because that actually actively hurts us by removing some of our molt. And I could sell it. I don't know. I think I just have to accept that this is probably the end of the run here, just because of that. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Oh, I can probably still make it through, though. Yeah, it's neat, but it's not super useful. Especially since with the way Charizard works, you kind of want to be at 0 discards. So yeah, it's just a giant no thanks. Yeah. Probably time to just say goodnight. That's not helpful at all. Like this thing, we're strong, but we're not that strong. Could we have made it through if it had given us the right version of Charizard? Maybe. I have no doubt it would have been much better than getting Mega Charizard Y. But, oh well. What's done is done. See, the important part is I discovered it for the collection, which I am perfectly fine with. And my buddy has a gold sticker now. And so does Wugtrio, which is like the weird like alien version of Dugtrio, which is already kind of alien to begin with. And obvious jokes abound of, but what's under the ground? What does it look like? But even beyond all that, it's like, yeah, but this dude's got a giraffe neck. It just looks like the 3 big old... Anyway, that's where we're going to call it quits for today, so thank you guys very much for coming and spending some of your free time here with me today. I appreciate your continued support. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care.